Hey guys, we're gonna do this review for a while, and I have just now kind of got around to it. Um, on these, it's the Dewalt grease guns. The model number right there. Um, I seen Dirt Perfect made a comment here not too long ago of that he always hated his. Um, I just want to say he may have a problem with his, but if you're starting to question buying one because he said that or because anybody like him said it, don't question it. Just go get you one, because I'm telling you, these things are the best. They are. The one thing I do recommend is buying you one of these, which is the lock and lube deal. The lock and grease zerk collar, because the ones that DeWalt sends on it, which are these, are just lay this down for just a second. See, they are. You can't see it for the grease. No, you can. See, they're just a 3-jaw coupler, and they don't hold the pressure needed to pop dirt-filled grease zerks or something like that. They don't build enough pressure to pop it. This one, as you can see, there's my runabout grease gun for greasing everything. You know, all the pivots on the track hose, just the regular bearing, the bearing systems on the trenchers, tractors, loaders, everything. It can keep Lucas red and tacky in it. I bet this grease gun has run out every bit of 200 tubes of grease and never had a problem. I mean, not one bit. I think part of Dirt Perfect's problem with his is the relief valve right here, where it relieves the grease out of. And my grandpa had one that was this way too. Those springs in those get light every now and again. Every now and you'll get one that's got a light spring in it. So far, the two that I've got, which is this one, and I've got this one, which has got which runs hammer paste in it for the hydraulic hammer. So far, I have not had a single problem out of either one of these being light on the grease. The only time that they could be any tighter would be if you're either A, tensioning a trencher chain, or B, if you are trying to change or retension tracks on a skid steer or a excavator. I'll walk over here to the track hole, and I will show you what I'll show you how this lock and lube coupler works for anybody who may not be familiar with it. You know, you find your grease zerk, just wipe it off, and then you just mash, take your thumb and mash down on this, and go to your grease zerk, stick it right up on there, and kind of pull back on it just a hair. And then all you have to do on this grease gun and no, I am not on a trigger completely. That's when you're on the trigger completely. As you can see there, I mean, it puts grease, I mean, in there very first time, every time. These things, I mean, I have never found a grease zerk that what they will not grease through. It doesn't matter if it's been, you know, pinged over by rocks or whatever. This grease gun right here will put grease through it. I mean, if you're questioning buying one, go ahead and look at one. I do recommend, if you get one, getting a 4 amp hour or bigger battery for it, because now if you start trying to put grease in zerks that have not moved in a while or that are pretty stiff, it will drain the little batteries pretty quick. As you can see there, I mean, it's just, I mean, you can just roll right along with it. I mean, it don't take no time to grease a joint. In every joint you get to, and they just grease right up. As you can see there, that grease zerk was completely encapsulated in mud, and it just put grease in it like nothing. So, you know, they're not. Honestly, I mean, honestly, and like I say, I've never found a grease zerk what wouldn't take grease. Any grease zerk that's really plugged up, most times if it don't take grease, as you seen right there, it started coming out, and all I had to do was just take my fingers and kind of force down like that on this lock and lube deal. So that's all you have to do. And put it on there. There you go. And as you can see, like cylinder joints, it takes very minimal time for them to completely, you know, takes very minimal time for for cylinder zerks to fill the grease. The nice thing about it is too is it'll take the 13.7 or the bulk 14.2 ounce grease cartridges. It'll take the 13.7 or the bulk 14.2 ounce grease cartridges. I mean, it's very nice. I'll show you the other one in a second. It runs all of the the hammer grease out that we run through our hydraulic hammers. I'll show you that right here. I've got a tube of that right over here. What we run is this cap. This is Caterpillar. Of course, the cap's gonna come off of it in toolbox. Cap will always come off in toolbox. We run his cap hydraulic hammer paste copper and graphite. As you can see right here, it doesn't drop out to 2012 degrees, -4 degrees. If Jens would like to see a grease video, I have one filmed, and I would really like to share it with Jens. On, I mean, all do clear down to the oils, running our trucks, our equipment, clear on up to the grease, we run in our track hole, and our trenchers, everything else. If Jens would like to see that, please let me know. I do plan on doing one. If you are using hydraulic hammer, I do recommend you use this paste. It's a little more expensive, but it's a lot better. We do have some of the cheap stuff we use on occasion. It's Royal Hammer Paste. And it's calcium sulfonate complex grease. But see if I can find it right here. See, they don't even put their dropout point on it. I think the dropout point of this is like 800 degrees. If you start really hammering hard with it, like all day, you'll have to. With the cat grease, we grease that hammer every 2 to 3 hours, which is what Striker recommends for that hammer. With this stuff right here, you have to grease it about every hour and a half because all the grease is running down the hammer. So but I think I'm going to do a separate video on the on greases, oils, and all that stuff, just because I don't know. And that should be kind of good records for us too. But either way, let me show you this. I'll show you the other one. I'm doing the hydraulic hammer paste. As you can see through it says hammer grease. Now this one, see, you can see right there, grease every 2 to 3 hours on the hammer. Okay. See, you can see right there. If you're greasing a hydraulic hammer, that's all it takes. Usually you let it hit 7 to 8 times, and then you're good. It's done everything it's going to do. So that's all this. Sure beats a hand pump gun in the long run. Eventually, me and Daddy are going to get our hands on a Milwaukee, which is now what Mr. Dirt Perfect's using. And AVE on YouTube has also been toying with one. I would like to get my hands on one of them and test it out and tell you how it is, because as you can see, I don't keep them clean. I ain't gonna try to. If it can't withstand the dirt and the grit and the grime from the job, I don't need it. So, and then one other good thing about this case is you can leave, well, let me find where it was. Somewhere in here, right there, just like so. You can leave a 14.4 14.7 ounce, 14.1 ounce tube of grease inside the case. Case will still shut, latch down, no problems. If you want one of them, if you're questioning getting one or thinking about getting one, just don't even question it, just get you one. I got that one and I got that one, and they're both great. And I could not be more happy about it. Well, y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.